What's going on YouTube? I'm your boy Mari, coming at you with a brand new video. Now, aura can be described as a distinctive atmosphere surrounding a given source. Well, in the pro wrestling world, the wrestler is the given source. Today I'm going to talk about a few WWE wrestlers that you, the wrestling community, described as having no aura. So, if you go on to enjoy the video, make sure you give it a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on post notification bell so you won't miss any more videos, and without further ado, let's get straight into it. I feel like we have to get the big one out of the bag, right? Zoe Stark. Now, this girl debuted in NXT, well, technically the Performance Center, back in 2021. And, I mean, she's talented, right? She's definitely talented. Mic skills, I don't believe her, right? I don't believe nothing she does. But she has a powerful ass finisher. The K360 is a powerful move. She has the wrestling and the in-ring ability to be great. And she is a great wrestler. But for some reason, she can't connect with the fans. In NXT, she was in a tag team with Nikita Lyons. She turned on Nikita and have done nothing since then, and was even called up, which I'm still confused about, considering the fact that the fans have not gotten over with her, right? She hasn't gotten over with the fans one bit. The fans are not rocking with her. The WWE Universe cannot care anymore. She's been partnered up with Trish, and I'm gonna be honest, the whole Thank You Trish thing was amazing. Chef's kiss, and I miss Thank You Trish. Like, I really do miss Trish Stratus. She came back and delivered some of her best work ever of her entire career, and she's given Becky one of her best matches ever in that steel cage match. I know you know which one I'm talking about. After that match, Zoe Stark and Trish Stratus no longer were a union anymore, and I thought we were getting a big push with Zoe Stark, but of course the fans just wasn't rocking with Zoe. As a single star, look, I get it, but obviously she's not good on the mic. So you pair her up in a tag team with Shayna Baszler, who also isn't very good on the mic. And we get this brutal tag team. They're good. They're good. Don't get me wrong. They're good. But the problem is the fans could care less, which is why they don't win. They don't win. And then when they do have the matches, the fans could just care less. When I say it's so dead, I feel bad. Man, Zoe Stark has a banger-ass theme song. Have you heard it? Listen to this.
Ascending to the sky, my mind is on me.
It's a shame that in a WWE arena, I shouldn't be able to hear her entire theme song. That's a problem. That's a problem. As of now, the tag team of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark just competed in that triple threat tag team match at Clash of the Castle with Alba Fire, Isla Dawn, Bianca Belair, and Jade Cargill. And they didn't win, which I kind of expected. But they were pinned. Like, bro, they can't catch a break. And honestly, it has a lot to do with their booking. It has a lot to do with their booking, but can we pin it all on that? I mean, Zoe can't get over organically with the fans one bit. She's even tried taking it to social media. She's even tried stirring the pot on social media, and it's just nothing is working. When her music hits, I hear her music. I shouldn't hear her music. That's a problem. A huge problem. Anyways, I don't know what you do going forward with Zoe Stark. And also, she did compete against Rhea Ripley at Survivor Series in 2023 for the Women's World Championship. And nobody, and I mean nobody, thought she was winning that at all. And once again, the crowd was stale. The match was It's just, I don't know. I don't know what you do with Zoe Stark going forward. I don't know. The Final Testament. Now, this one might be a little crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I loved Karrion Kross and Scarlett's work in NXT like 2019. Loved it. 2020, loved it. Loved it. This man was brutal. This man was scary. Look at him. Look at him. Imagine running into his car at a stoplight and he just gets out the car looking at you, charging at you. Like, I'm running. Like, fuck the car. I'm running. I'm getting the hell out of there. He was called up to the main roster, done nothing. Like, what the hell was this? What was he wearing? What was Vince thinking? It was even a bold move that he beat Jeff Hardy when Jeff Hardy just re-debuted No More Words. Like, man, the crowd was loving that. And he goes on to beat him. Now, he was also over at that time, right? NXT over. Now, everybody knows NXT over and WWE Universe over two separate things. You would think because they're in the same bracket. However, two separate things. You can be over in NXT and you can't be over in WWE, and it has happened. I mean, I know it's still early, but look at Carmelo Hayes. Carmelo was over in NXT, and it's still early. It's still early before you grill me. It's still early. He still has a chance, but he's not over so far in WWE. Now, he did just pick up a decisive victory against Randy Orton, but we're not talking about Carmelo Hayes. We're talking about the whole Final Testament as a whole. Karrion Kross, I have to start with him first, though. I love the whole TikTok gimmick. Like, the work he's doing right now with Woods and New Day, like, I actually like it. I just hope they don't split up New Day and turn into a sham of a group, because, like, that sucks. And it especially sucks for Big E, you know? But I'm loving the work that he's doing right now. However, crowd just not interested, man. It's like whatever Karrion does, they're not interested, man. The matches are mid at best. He's had a couple good matches since joining the main roster, but the matches are mid at best. And his promo work is amazing, though. Promo work is amazing. It's amazing, but the crowd's just not rocking with it. I can't tell you why. I really don't know why. But he doesn't have aura anymore, especially since he grew this shit out. Now we have to branch off to AOP. AOP had aura in NXT, right? Whatever you describe as aura, they were over, right? But since joining the main roster back in 2019, AOP is just not it. Vince had that bold move when they debuted for them to just cut out Paul Ellering. Like, that was the most randomest thing. The most random thing. I don't even think randomest is a word, but we're going to use it. That's the most randomest thing that happened. But 2019 was also a brutal year for wrestling, man. Like, I get it. AOP looked the part. They're brutal. They're good wrestlers. They look the part. The problem is they need a mouthpiece, right? And they have that with Paul Ellering, and they have that with Karrion Kross, but I think it's possibly a little too late. Right now, it's just, man, AOP is just not believable right now. They're not believable. As a group itself, right, they're not believable. Something about them is just off. And I would hate to be that wrestling fan that will predict that it's too late for a wrestler to change everybody's mind, change everyone's opinion. But the problem is AOP just, how would you book them? How would you book them? How would you book them any more than what you're doing already? That's why I'm saying it's possibly a little too late. Gallows and Anderson, they're a hard-working team, right? It's no shame in their game at all. And there's no surprise that they were killing it in the indies. They were in AEW. They were in New Japan Pro Wrestling. They were in Ring of Honor. Man, the Good Brothers have been all over this entire world wrestling, man, putting on matches. But the problem is, I think where the wrestling community gets this disconnect with them is that they're boring, right? Nothing about them excites anybody. They don't really do exciting moves, and you don't have to. I mean, look at Gunther. Gunther don't have to do exciting moves, man. The man is brutal, and I love it. He's old school wrestling, and we love it. We love it. But Gallows and Anderson, man, they don't really click. At NXT Battleground, they had a tag team championship match against Axiom and Nathan Frazier, and the match, bro, was just, that was easily probably the most skippable match of the entire night. Like, I don't know, man. I don't know where you go with them. Even when they were partnered up with AJ and they reformed pretty much the Bullet Club, right? The club. And they even added Michin there, Mia Yim, right? And the thing was just, nobody wasn't interested with nobody outside of AJ Styles. People were only interested with AJ. Nobody was interested with anybody else. But the thing was, Gallows and Anderson, they just can't seem to click with people. And I get it, but it's sad to see it because they're hard workers. You know, I don't want to take nothing away from their talent, but yeah, I'm not gonna lie, they're kind of boring. Santos Escobar. Now, I liked Legado del Fantasma back in NXT, and I also loved it even more when Karrion Kross used to just whoop their ass. But the thing is, Santos just don't hit the same, man. I don't understand, and I don't get it. He's had opportunity after opportunity after opportunity, and he just can't seem to connect with the fans. I don't get it. Maybe the WWE Universe are just brutal. Maybe they're just brutal for him. I don't get it. I don't understand. But he's been partnered up with the LWO, with Rey Mysterio, Zelina Vega, and I just don't get it. Like he just can't seem to get over with the fans. When he jumps on screens, people could care less. And his promo work is good, in my opinion. I think his promo work is good. His wrestling ability is good. Some people, it's just harder for them to get over organically. I mean, DIY is kind of going through that same little slump right now. They're great tag team, great individual competitors, but it's harder for them to connect organically with the WWE Universe. Santos has done his best work as a heel. Even when he turned on Rey Mysterio, fans just wasn't connecting with him. Shayna Baszler. Now this one saddens me. I'm not gonna lie. Like I'm hurt by it. Shayna's aura has taken a dip tremendously, and Vince is to blame. I have to only blame Vince because she was booked so perfectly in NXT. She was over. She was winning matches, kicking ass, promo work amazing. She held that NXT championship down until Rhea beat her. I don't understand how when you go to the main roster, you just get looked down upon. Like I don't get that. That was that brief period of time back when Vince was calling up NXT superstars. And if you made it through and you got over, man, it was rare back then. Especially that 2019, 2018, 2017 era, that was rare back then. Remember Elimination Chamber in 2020? Shayna dominated the entire match. She came in and eliminated pretty much everybody, right? What happened to that? She would then go on to lose the match against Becky Lynch at WrestleMania with no crowd, and just a few months later, Becky would drop the title to Asuka in the Money in the Bank. Bro, what is the logic? What the hell? Since then, it looks like Shayna is only done tag team work, and it looks like that's all WWE sees for Shayna right now. She just put on a pretty fire-ass NXT Underground match against Lola Vice this month, and let me tell you, that match was fire. That match was crazy. She didn't win, but that's to be expected. Lola Vice is crazy too. I love that. Love it. Lola just started emoting on her like, oh. It looks like they're about to partner her up with Sonya Deville, and she's already in a tag team with Zoe Stark, but it looks like they're going to partner her up with Sonya Deville. I don't know what the plans are. Honestly, I'm lost. I'm lost, honestly. I guess all we can say is we'll see. And Shayna's kind of up there in age, so if she's gonna get any more pushes, it's gonna have to be sooner rather than later. And I guess we'll have to see. Shayna is an interesting case because she has it, right? And she has had it. But the problem is she also has had bad matches as well. I don't know if that plays a factor, and I'm sure it probably does, right? She had this match with Ronda Rousey, right? That match was brutal. And I mean that in the worst way. The worst way. That match with Lola Vice, chef's kiss. Way better. Way better than that match with Ronda Rousey. I meant JD McDonough. JD McDonough, right? So JD is an interesting case as well, right? This man, since switching over to JD McDonough instead of Jordan Devlin, he's became more brutal, right? Even in NXT, he became more brutal. He had on a fire match with Ilya Dragunov, multiple matches with Ilya Dragunov. He had bangers with Axiom, right? But the problem is, since joining the main roster, he's became more so a lackey for Judgment Day, you know? Great wrestler, put on a banger match with Ricochet, put on bangers. Like, the man can wrestle, the man can sell. He's just, fans could give a crap, right? I don't know what it is with JD, but yeah, man has no aura. Like, in fact, you can describe him being hated as having aura if you want to, but I personally don't get it. I personally don't know. But yeah, JD, he's an interesting case. You let me know what you think about JD in the comments down below. Natalya. Where do you even start with Natty, right? Shout out to Natty, longevity. She can wrestle. She's a talent. She's a great talent. I liked her work when she was a heel and she had that feud with Nikki Bella. Like, listen to this.
All right. I did it, you bitch.
Ooh. How do you hate Natty after that? Like, bro, you can't hate her after that. Like, that is hilarious. Natty is funny. The thing is with Natty, she's a part of everything, right? She's been around for so long, so obviously that tends to happen. And I think fans are just growing stale of Natty. That's all. I don't think Natty has zero aura. I just think fans have grown stale with Natty over the years. of her being around, and she had on a good match with Lola Vice as well. Maybe we should start looking into Lola Vice, right? If there's anybody that should be called up, it should be her. I don't want to be too brutal and too harsh on Natty, but I think honestly fans have just grown stale with her. That's all. That's all I think when it comes to Natty. That's all. A-Town down. Austin Theory. This is another interesting case because Austin was so overly pushed when Vince was here. Triple H just pretty much tried to work his magic with him, and he tried to feed off of that overly pushed to try to get him over more organically. I used to love his gimmick when he would like whoop your ass and then come out and take a selfie with you and post it on his Instagram, because he would actually post that on his Instagram and on his Instagram stories, man. The shit was wild. It was wild. But he is in desperate need of a character change. I think him turning face and Grayson Waller fully turning on him and them two finally going at it. First off, we're going to get a banger of a match. And secondly, I honestly think that this is what's needed for both characters. Right now, they're not doing anything with the tag team titles. Just give it to DIY at this point. They're not doing anything with it. That was my long list, right? Might have shortened it down for you though. But hey, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, turn on the post notification bell so you won't miss any more videos. And look, honestly, I could do this again. Let me know if you want a part 2 in the comments down below, or let me know if you want an AEW version. I watch all pro wrestling. So, I'll see you in the next one.